Your cat climbs onto your lap, settles in, and then paw, 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 paw. They start pressing into you like they're making bread. Most people call it making biscuits and leave it at that. Cute, a little weird, no real explanation needed, but that rhythmic pressing motion is actually a direct line back to the very first days of your cat's life, and once you know what it's connected to, you'll understand exactly why some cats do it constantly and others almost never do it at all. Let's get into it. Revelation 6 is the one that explains the cats who take this behaviour a little too far. Number 1. It starts before their eyes even open. To understand kneading, you have to go back to the first 2 weeks of a kitten's life. Newborn kittens knead their mother's belly while nursing. The pressing motion physically stimulates milk flow. It's not decorative, it's functional. Kittens that knead more effectively nurse more effectively. So that motion your adult cat is doing on your lap right now is a leftover from a survival behaviour that kept them alive as a newborn. It never fully switched off, it just changed what it's aimed at. Number 2, their paws are doing more than pressing. Here's the part most people never learn. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Every time they knead, they're releasing a small amount of their own scent onto whatever they're pressing into. You, a blanket, the couch, which means kneading isn't just a leftover baby habit. It's also a quiet, low-key way of marking something as theirs. When your cat needs you specifically, they're doing both at once, comfort-seeking and claiming you as part of their territory. Number 3, it's almost always a sign of a specific emotional state. Watch when kneading happens and a pattern shows up fast. It's rarely random. Most cats knead right before settling down to sleep, right after being petted somewhere they like, or when they're being held by someone they trust. It's a transition behaviour, the bridge between an alert state and a fully relaxed one. In that sense, it functions a lot like a comfort ritual, not unlike a person doing the same small routine every night before falling asleep. It's less about anything happening around them and more about their own nervous system winding down. Number 4, early weaning changes how intense it gets. This is where individual differences come from, and it explains why your cat might knead constantly while your friend's cat barely does it. Kittens separated from their mother too early, before roughly 8 weeks, tend to carry the behaviour into adulthood more intensely. The kneading and nursing connection didn't get to complete its natural arc, so the instinct stays closer to the surface for life. Cats that stayed with their mother, the full natural weaning period, tend to knead more occasionally, a once-in-a-while comfort behaviour rather than a constant one. Quick one for you. Does your cat need you specifically, or mostly blankets and soft surfaces? Tell me in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how the split looks across everyone watching this. And if you want more of this, the real reasoning behind the small stuff your cat does every day, subscribe. This whole channel is built around exactly that. Number 5, the claws are part of the ritual too. Most cats extend their claws slightly while kneading, another holdover from kittenhood, where a firmer grip meant more effective milk stimulation. If kneading on your lap is a little too sharp for comfort, that's not your cat being rough on purpose. A soft blanket between you and their paws, combined with regular claw trims, solves almost all of it without discouraging the behaviour itself, which, remember, is your cat telling you they feel safe. Number 6, when kneading crosses into something else. Now here's the part that actually matters for your cat's well-being. Occasional kneading paired with purring and drowsy eyes is completely normal, but kneading that's paired with sucking or chewing on fabric, blankets, sweaters, sometimes their own fur, especially if it's frequent and intense, can point to something called wool sucking. It shows up more often in cats weaned very early, and it's more common in certain breeds, particularly Siamese and other Oriental breeds. On its own, it's usually manageable, but if it's constant, escalating, or your cat seems distressed rather than relaxed while doing it, that's worth bringing up with your vet. It can sometimes be linked to anxiety or a compulsive behaviour pattern rather than simple comfort seeking. So the next time your cat starts pressing their paws into you like they're kneading dough, that's not a quirky, meaningless habit. That's an instinct from the very first days of their life, one that never fully faded, and one they're choosing to direct at you specifically, right now, because some part of them still reads it as safety. If you want to understand more of what your cat's actually telling you, the staring, the head bumps, the litter box habits, all of it, I put together a complete guide called The Cat Mind. 14 behaviours decoded, plus a quick reference cheat sheet for whenever you're not sure what something means. It's linked in the description and pinned in the comments below. Grabbing a copy directly supports this channel and helps me keep making videos like this one. Until next time, enjoy the biscuits.